That looks cool.
Good evening, everybody.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
We are Moody's Mind coming at you for a much anticipated episode 13. It's been a long time. I
Lucky
am
number 13.
Lucky 13. I'm Joe,
I'm Mary Beth.
and we're back. And we figured we'd drop an impromptu episode tonight. We haven't done this in a while. For for some unforeseeable reasons, I couldn't do my other podcast with my other fellas. Shout out to Pat and his lovely family for personal reasons. Can't really get into it too much. His phone's going off. That's great. So yeah, shout out to those guys and well wishes and cheers to my that horror movie podcast crew. I can't wait to get back with y'all and knock out next weekend's episode. So shout out to you guys. So how you been, honey? You been okay?
Yes. Just
Yeah.
busy with work and life, and it's okay. We're finally here having a cozy Sunday at home.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
If you want to call it cozy, we spent some time at an ER because my child dislocated her knee. So yeah, that's really fun.
Okay, cozy at home now.
Only get one day off, and then that's the time frame that stuff like that happens. So the joys of being a parent, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Anyway, so yeah, we figured we'd talk about a couple topics. So we got some fun things to talk about. I know for the most part, I'm excited because we got to watch that new movie Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire, which was really cool. So we're gonna dive into that. Uh, but first, before we get into all that good stuff, we're gonna talk about kind of how everything has been post wedding. So how has it been, dear?
It's been great. It was great before, but it was great now too.
No, of course. So I think the last time we had an episode, we had talked about how excited we were for the wedding and all
Planning
that
the
stuff, the
wedding.
planning and all the frustrations that came with it. And now we're at this point where we're married. We got married back in November, and things are going along. So
I have to say, our wedding, as stressful as it could have been, all weddings are stressful in the planning stages, was so much fun. I don't know. It just had, once it got to the point, got to the day, it was,
yeah, we had a great
the
time.
happiest day.
It was really busy, and from my point of view, everybody's pulling you all different ways, and you're trying to make everybody happy, say hi to everybody. Hey, come here, go there. Don't want to be late. Here, everybody. You're trying to corral all of these different individuals and get them to one place was kind of hectic.
It was.
But fortunately, it got together pretty good, and we had a wonderful and beautiful wedding. And I didn't want to share too much from the wedding, but I will share a photo. And this was one of the photos that we had took inside the casino. Where did we get married again?
Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay. That's right. So we got married at Mandalay Bay, and this is they had a bunch of little areas you can go. We took a bunch of photos. So look how beautiful my honey looks, and I'm looking dapper. You know how that goes. So yeah, we had a good time. Hey, look who we got in the chat, my boy Ryan. What's up, Rye? What's up, my brother? Underwood up to no good. Thanks for popping in, man. I really wasn't anticipating anybody to jump in, but I'm glad you did, Ryan. It's good to always hear from you. Good. It's always good to hear from you, my brother. So yeah, that's my honey. We had a good time. I was getting to act like a GQ, model when we were doing these little photos, and we got a pretty good amount of. We got good stuff, didn't we?
Yeah.
Good photos, man. I mean, we did a good job getting photos, and thus we got the inspiration for our new, I guess, what'd you call it, our logo or whatever. So I figured this was a great photo. My honey looking back at me, and I'm looking into her eyes, nice and deep, like, and it's such a beautiful photo. So yeah, so that's pretty much how the wedding went. It was great. We had a good time. We gambled, we had fun, and then not only was the wedding cool, our honeymoon was great.
Oh my gosh, that was phenomenal.
Can you tell them where we went?
We went to, the resort was called Edgewood Tahoe. It's in State Line, Nevada, which is next door to South Lake Tahoe. Our resort was right on Lake Tahoe. We walked out. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful, expensive.
Expensive. Lots of free champagne.
Yeah, a lot of free champagne. The people there are very
They were
nice.
so sweet.
It's very cold in that area. But they had some local I guess the little town that's nearby. They had a lot of great little shops and food.
It's right next to
Uh,
South Lake Tahoe.
yeah, and it's really great.
California.
And the coolest thing about all that was my birthday happened to fall on one of the nights that we were there, and it just so happened that Thanksgiving had premiered that night, and they only had one theater, and we were able to go. And on the honeymoon during my birthday, go watch Thanksgiving during the honeymoon, and that was freaking amazing. Um, I see we got something. What Brian said, I'm always here for you, bros. I'm doing good. Wife and kid went out here, so I had the house to myself. That's tight. Hey, meal prepping ain't fun, but it's worth it in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Get all the gains. You know what I'm saying?
He's
The
acting
game.
like he cooks.
The game. Did I not just make burgers
You
tonight?
made burgers
Okay, so
tonight.
don't say I don't cook if I made some bomb ass burgers, bro.
They were very good.
But anyway, back to Lake Tahoe. So yeah, we ended up watching Thanksgiving, which was awesome. It was actually a really good film, and it was like one of those old school theaters. So we ended up, it was like a real cool experience. So anyway, the that was fun, and we did nothing but driving. We drove all the way over to Vegas. We did all that. We were about to sneeze. Excuse me.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. And Chef Joe in the house. That's right, boy. All day, every day, bro. Every day. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But no, we So then we had a good time, and then we had to make the drive back, which was pretty fun. We like doing road trips. Excuse me. Bless me.
Bless you.
Bless me. Chef Joe. Anyway, no. So that was fun, and we made it home safely. And it's been work ever since. And actually, we got a trip coming up here soon. I'm not gonna say exactly when, but and for my wife's birthday. So we're gonna go. We'll tell them where we're gonna go to Seattle,
Yes.
Washington. One of my first duty stations. So we're gonna go up there and enjoy Seattle for a couple of days and have fun for my honey's birthday. So we can't wait to go to Seattle. Woo. But anyway, so back to what we were talking about. So anything else you'd like to add for post wedding? Anything new changed? Anything new you different you notice about me, or what do you?
You're just more handsome every day.
That's a load of bull. I need a haircut, which I'm not gonna do it.
Yo, I've been trying to convince him to let me straighten it to see how long this is.
Hell no.
And he won't let me. I don't know why.
You're not.
I mean, he washes his hair every day. It's not like it's not going to go back to.
You're not straightening my hair. So no straightening of the hair. And I said the North is still it's still the most beautiful place I've been. Amen, brother. It really is. It's the best. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that here coming up soon.
If you have any recommendations, let us know in the chat.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, I'm letting it grow, bro. All day. I just got to clean up the beard. I got to edge up the lines and look a little bit more professional because I look a little scraggly right now. But no, so that's pretty much what we want to do. Just give you an update. Everything's going okay. We're still tolerating each other a couple months after the wedding, so that's a good sign. We still got to figure out how to do our taxes together. That's fun. That sucks. That we got to figure that out, and a bunch of stuff that comes together with being a unit. That we got to figure that out still. So we're still working that out. All right. So I really this weekend was jam packed with events, right? And I was kind of bummed because my kiddo had hurt herself, and I had to work Saturday, and there was just so much stuff going on that I couldn't attend any of the local events going on in our area. And the thing about it was I'm a big Return of the Living Dead fan. Like it's one of my favorite movies ever. And I was kind of bummed because there was a pretty cool mini reunion from the movie. It took place this weekend. It looks just like this. So it was called Retro City Events Zombie Fest Feast. So as you can see here, you had Miguel Nunez, you had Alan Troutman. It was Brides, fucking Tarman, Linnea Quigley, Beverly Randolph. And if you don't know who that is at the bottom, I don't want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Just Tom Matthews. Don't talk to me if you don't know who Tom Matthews is. But anyway, it was a cool event at Ingram Park Mall. It's one of the malls over here, Northwest here in San Antonio, Northwest San Antonio. And man, it looked like a lot of fun. A lot of my friends were there, and they were posting pictures and getting things signed, and it looked like so much fun.
It's a
And
really good lineup.
it's a very great lineup. And the guy who runs it, I don't want to say his name. He's fantastic. He's a very nice man, and really kudos to him and shout out to him for organizing a great thing that I couldn't make it to, unfortunately, the dad duties and stuff. So,
That's okay.
but I wanted to give love out to these events because these are so much fun and they bring a lot of fun and joy and community togetherness here in San Antonio. Let me see here. We got a couple. Ryan, he says, I remember those days. He said, been married 9 years. There's time it's rough, but it's always worth it to have somebody by your side to face life with. Amen, bro. You're right, Ryan. I'm really glad that you've joined us, Ryan. Appreciate you, my brother. Uh, so yeah, that was one of the events that that was taking place uh, this weekend, and the other one, which is super cool too, is the Friend to the End 2, which was taking place at the Wonderland of Americas. And as you can see, look at their lineup there.
That's a bomb lineup too.
Bomb lineup, man. You had Alex Vincent, who played Andy Barkley, Christina Leese, who played Kyle, Eden Gross, and a couple other characters, Kevin Carslow, whatever, and that guy from part 2 where he gets his eyes. One of the best kills ever.
Yeah.
The eyeballs into the eyes in the manufacturing plant. But no, this event was amazing. And again, Angel, who runs these events, he's a top-notch guy too. So man, I saw everybody posting pictures of getting signatures and photos, and everybody had their Chucky dolls, and it was cool, man. It was cool to see all that, and everybody's having a good time. So I just wanted to shout out those couple of events because I love going to those things, and I like mentioning. But there'll be other shows, of course. We got Texas Frightmare coming up, so
can't wait.
I'm excited for that. But like I said, here in San Antonio, it is Horror City, USA. So there was a lot going on this past weekend. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into something that I'm really excited to talk about, and it's going to be their movie review of Ghostbusters. Frozen Empire, baby. So, I really, really wanted to talk about this movie. Really, 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 really wanted to because I am a huge Ghostbusters fan since the beginning, since I was a kid. All the toys, the proton packs, and all that stuff growing up. The first movie was good, but my favorite is part 2. Vigo the Carpathian.
That one's a good one.
That was such a good one, and of course, the new one with the ladies. It's not a bad film. It was a good one.
I don't think I've seen the one with the girls.
It's streaming right now. It's either on Prime or something. I saw it streaming the other day.
But
it wasn't well received, but it still had the spirit of it, and it was pretty cool. Anyway, so let's kind of dive into this film because I was really excited. I ended up getting us tickets, and we got to see it the day before opening day. So we saw it on Thursday, this past Thursday, and it didn't have a worldwide release until Friday. So I got us some early advanced screening tickets. So it was me, the honey, and her mom. We went right after work, so we went to the movies. You're adulting when you go to the movies in your work attire, a la Scrubs. Like you don't even give a shit. You don't even go home and change and all that. You just straight up go, by yourself. You just go the way you is. Well, who we got in here? Let's see. We got Aaron. Hey, Aaron, what's up, bro? I really want to know how it was. Yes, my bro. So we're gonna get into it. So. If you're a fan of I would say the first 2 films, excluding the one with the ladies, I hate to leave it out, but you're gonna be a fan of this one.
I agree.
Or the Afterlife. So I'm sorry, Afterlife was good too. I loved Afterlife.
I have to say, I like this one better.
What?
This movie better.
You like this one better than Afterlife? Really?
That was the previous one, right?
Yeah, Afterlife was the one where
introduces the kids.
Egon was the ghost at the end, and it was all sad. You didn't.
Yeah,
you thought this is better than that?
No. Yeah, that movie was necessary.
Yeah.
To get to this movie, but you have more of the original cast in this movie, and I loved that.
But that doesn't have anything to do with the plot line. They were in the film, but they really didn't serve. Like Annie Potts did literally nothing in the film.
Dan Aykroyd is hilarious. Bill Murray, love him.
Yeah, you're talking when you say you're looking at I have to look at the totality. Dan Aykroyd was great. He was in a lot of the film. Yes. Bill Murray wasn't. He was like
I know,
barely
but I
there.
love
Ernie
him.
Hudson was kind of into there, but anyway, there's no way I can say
love
this
Bill
one.
Murray.
I get it, but she's getting off point here. What I'm saying is like I don't feel this one was better than Afterlife, because Afterlife had all of the anticipation and all that
It
stuff.
did. It's different.
It
To
is
me,
different.
This was a Ghostbusters movie, though.
What?
Like, they were back at the fire station.
That's not.
Like, I loved it. I don't know.
It was cheesy. They treated that fire station like it was their house out in the middle of like in Afterlife.
It's a transition.
I guess. Anyway, let's get back to the real root of the film, okay? The reason why we love Ghostbusters is because of the comedy aspects, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take itself too serious. It's got a little spookiness here and there, and it's plot driven very well. You know, the Ghostbusters serve a purpose. In this film, I was like the bad guy. What was his name? I can't remember his name.
Garaku?
Garaka or some shit like that. Baraka, like fucking Mortal Kombat.
With a G?
Yeah, whatever. Garaka. Anyway, he was inspired from the actual cartoon show, The Real Ghostbusters. And I remember that as a kid. But if he had all these superpowers and he was like this super, super strong entity, then he could have just destroyed them in one, kill. But that never happens in the film. And it was just kind of like, it was really far fetched. Like this was this epic event. The whole town gets frozen. All this stuff happens. It's just like, there was really nothing at stake. All it took was
what do you mean?
And then not to mention,
all of the city was at stake.
Yeah, but there was
getting frozen over.
Not really. Like it was so.
I'm trying not to say any spoilers. These are what's in the commercials.
Whatever. Anyway, and then you're dealing with Casper the Friendly Ghost, which was really silly. Anyway, all right, no more. I don't know if we're doing a good job reviewing this film. Movie review spoilers aside, I liked Paul Rudd as the role as the stepdad. I think he did a good job of continuing his role from the previous film. Finn Wolfhard, the kid, I don't even know what he was doing in this movie. Like he was hardly in it.
Is that Trevor?
The one in the attic, the one from Stranger Things that you like.
Yeah.
What? Don't say random characters' names. Trevor, is that from Stranger Things?
No, it's Mike.
Yeah, whatever his I don't know. Whatever his name is, Finn Wolfhard is the actual actor's name.
I didn't know his name.
Whatever his name is. Anyway, so that he was pretty much non-existent in the film. I could care less about him.
Yeah, he wasn't a big role.
You were like half in the movie. You're like, where'd he go?
Yeah.
And then
I noticed he was gone for a long time, and I was like, that's weird.
And then I don't know where he just popped right back up, which was like, what the fuck just happened? Anyway,
it's weird because he's the brother. It's not like he wasn't part of the family.
Yeah, it was really strange. But the young girl,
she did great.
She was amazing. I can't tell you how she literally is carrying on the essence of Egon and that whole, not afraid to take chances, very intellectual, very passion driven. Like she's really, really carrying on that role. So I'm excited for her in the future. She did a great job.
Yeah.
Can't remember the actress's name. And then of course you got the cast. You got Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd. Dan Aykroyd was just amazing. Super smart, super funny. It was always good to see him. Anytime I see Dan Aykroyd in anything, I get excited because he's just the bomb. Big Dan Aykroyd fan. Ernie Hudson is the big shot. He came from being kind of like the last add-on to the Ghostbusters, and now he's the big shot with all the money. And they just, it was kind of cool to see him in a different role. And it's always good to see Ernie Hudson. It's always good to see him. Yeah. Podcast. I could care less about that kid who's kind of annoying to me.
Oh yeah.
I'll let you kind of, the mini Stay Puff Marshmallow Men, they were okay.
Oh, Slimer.
Yeah, Slimer. As you know, growing up, Slimer was a big part of our childhood. He's so iconic with the Ghostbusters, especially. I'm
glad he made an appearance.
Yeah, he did. And it was Slimer. It wasn't no knockoff version of him. It was Slimer. And it was really cool. Who am I forgetting? Oh, the Nanjiani. What's his name? Nanjiani, that guy. The fire starter dude, the fire, whatever he is.
He was hilarious.
He was funny, kind of goofy.
But it was fitting into the movie.
I get, yeah, of course they had to find
a way.
You know what
I mean? Like like not too goofy is what I'm saying.
It was. I didn't like him at all. He could just been fine without him.
What?
Anyways, no. Long story short, the movie was entertaining. The opening sequence was my favorite part. Was when they were actually doing their ghost busting. As a family, that was really entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
When they were chasing that monster. I like the new gadgets that they had. They had the new proton packs come out. They had some new suits. I'm not going to give away the color or anything. You kind of see it evident in the photo right here. Um, so to me, I mean, you had some new additions. You had some new things. It was a different setting. Like I said, the settings was, the whole Frozen Empire thing really didn't take place till like at the end of the movie. Like for the first like three-fourths of the film, there's like no ice, no snow, no nothing, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden this bad guy gets
Well,
released, and then it's like,
it had to build up to
yeah, but when
that.
you title the movie Frozen Empire, you're figuring like it's gonna be like the movie The Gray, like
majority of
all
it.
in the snow, like, what the
Yeah.
hell? It only took place like in the last 15, 20 minutes of the film, which was ridiculous. So it shouldn't have been.
You're pooping on this movie, and I like it.
I'm not pooping. I'm just being honest. Like, if you look at it, like the film was great, and then the last 20 minutes or whatever, it was like, oh, now there's ice everywhere. Oh, that's cool. Like, bro, it was like Frozen Empire. I'm assuming that it's, hey, Patty. That's my bub. There's my buddy. Hey, bub. Our thoughts are with you, my guy. Love you, brother. So yeah, for me it was just silly. Frozen. Don't call it Frozen Empire. Call it.
What would you have called it?
Kind of Frozen Empire.
Kind of Frozen Empire.
I'm just saying. What else? There was no reason to call it that. You see all the ice and all this shit. They're wearing jackets like they're in Antarctica and all this stuff. It's not that serious.
There was a lot of ice.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, but no, it was cool. I didn't like the Casper character, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the film. I swear, it's so goofy. Like, I didn't want to watch Casper. If I wanted to watch Casper, I'd put it on and see Christina Ricci and Devon Sawa and the like. That was. I'm not here to see that.
I didn't really equate that character to Casper, but I get what you're saying.
She was a friendly ghost. She just appeared.
She was a friendly ghost.
Yeah, she was. Anyway, so yeah, overall, the movie had a lot of potential to be really, really great. They spent a lot of time, worrying about nostalgia. They spent a lot of time worrying about fitting certain characters in that had nothing to do with the storyline, the plot. They just kind of just filled them in because, hey, they're legacy characters. Let's fill them in and let's make that happen. As opposed to saying, you know what, Annie Potts had no business being in the film. That's just my opinion. They put her in the movie just because she's Annie Potts. You know what I'm saying?
They did. She was a filler. But who else would you call a filler?
A film doesn't need fillers. You know what I'm saying?
No, but who would you call a filler?
Finn, the guy who played the brother.
Yeah, but it's like he
had nothing to do with the
I know. I agree with that. I do agree with that. But it's like, what do you do with him? Because he was in the last movie.
Yeah, but Slimer?
I think they could have done more with Slimer.
But they could have did, which had nothing to do with nothing. It was just there. He was just there. You know what I mean?
I like the nostalgia of this movie.
That's what I'm saying.
I liked it.
That is what I'm saying. They relied too heavily on the nostalgia and didn't worry about the plot of the film and worried about, making it more substance. That's just my opinion. Mm-hmm. So, but overall, in summary for myself, the movie was entertaining. I feel like it was decent enough to keep the franchise moving in the right direction. I hope they make more movies like this because it's very kid friendly. I really, really recommend. It's a family film. I recommend taking the kiddos and going out and watching it because it's perfect for the family. You know what I mean? Not every movie has to be gory, kills, and all this stuff, and very inappropriate language. It doesn't have to be all that. This is the perfect movie for a family, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that moving forward. So with all that said, we usually rate movies on a scale from 0 to 10 sushis, and Sushi is our lovely black cat, and she usually, that's our baby right there. That's our lovely Sushi baby. Usually, depending on our score, she'll have a couple of reactions. So on a score of 0 to 10 sushis, I'm gonna give Ghostbusters Frozen Empire 6 sushis.
6 sushis. For the nostalgia, I give it 7. I'd watch it again.
It was a close to being a snooze fest.
No, it was not. I liked it.
I'm just kidding. So, what would you, if you have any further thoughts on the film, or what would you rank it?
I said 7 because of the nostalgia. I really liked that part.
7 sushis.
But like, I get what you're saying with the fillers. I didn't think of that.
Even Sushi is shocked. She's shocked. Like, what the hell?
That's my baby.
That has nothing to do with your score. What does that matter? She's your baby. Oh my god. Anyway, so that was fun. So yeah, we it was a decent film. Go out and watch it if you haven't. Sorry, spoiler alert if we give away too much.
Hopefully we didn't.
But deal with it. Oh well, the world is the world is riddled with that. Oh, and I didn't get to do this movie review. Movie review of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire just took place. So, reverse it, scratch it, move forward, All right. So, what is next on our agenda? So, I said, what did I say we were going to talk about? I said we were going to talk about that, because it's going to be a very short episode, okay? Very short episode. And we did that. And then, so this is my favorite new topic. And tonight's episode is going to be very short. But my favorite new topic is going to be something called Moodys Mind's health tip. Okay. Now, if you don't know, and I'm not speaking on behalf of my honey, I'm going to keep her personal stuff, her professional stuff private. I am a respiratory therapist, a registered respiratory therapist. I currently work in a sleep disorder center. So I am focusing on certain things that I encounter with in my job that I want to kind of put out there to people as kind of like awareness for their health, okay? Because health is important. And what I want to talk about is sleep apnea, okay? Do y'all know what sleep apnea is? Do you know what sleep apnea is? Sleep apnea is when you stop breathing at night when you're sleeping, okay? It's very simplistic to understand. What happens is when you fall asleep, your body gets in a state of relaxation. So your airway right here, your tongue, your uvula, all that soft tissue, it drops to the back of your throat and it causes obstruction, right? It may not always totally block the airway, but if it gets close enough, that's what creates the audible snoring. But in some people, when you're totally tired and you're sleeping and you're out of it, your airway completely closes, right? So then an apnea is when there's cessation of airflow for longer than 10 seconds at a time, right? So then your body says, your brain tells your body, wake up, you're not breathing. And that happens over and over and over a certain amount of times that can negatively impact your health, okay? So that can cause, untreated sleep apnea. It can cause, elevated blood pressure, early onset of dementia, early onset of heart problems, CHF, all kinds of stuff. ED in men, erectile dysfunction. Fellas, pay attention to that one. That's an important one, right? And a various number of things that can, happen negatively to your body because you're not getting quality sleep. So I say all of that to say, if you suspect, or if your significant other suspects you of having sleep apnea where you snore really loud, or they notice that you stop breathing when you're sleeping, stuff like that, I highly encourage you to go out and get a sleep study performed, okay? It's very, very important, especially for not only older people, but younger people. Technology nowadays has given us the opportunity to go out and get these studies done so we can get treatment for things to stop things from developing later on in life. Okay. So that is part of Moodys Mind's health tip of the day. So let's say you listen to me, you take my advice, and you go and you have a sleep study, right? Depending on what the results of the sleep study are, if you have sleep apnea, there's a number of treatment options that are out there nowadays. It's not just CPAP like they used to say. CPAP is great. CPAP is the gold standard of treatment, but there's so many different things out there nowadays. You have ExcitOSA, which is a tongue stimulator. It kind of strengthens your tongue so it doesn't fall to the back of your throat. You have something called the Bongo RX, which is just a little EPAP device that goes inside your nostrils. So when you breathe in and out against it, it has a little flap, little valve that causes back pressure, causes EPAP to keep your airway open. So There's so many things we can do nowadays to treat sleep apnea. So I figured I get on here and I talk about collectibles, I talk about movies, I talk about stuff that's ever changing, right? That's stuff that it's a dime a dozen. Everybody has a channel nowadays. Everybody has this and that, YouTube. Everybody's a podcaster, right? Everybody does this stuff. I was like, well, what's the one thing that I can influence to people that's for the betterment of mankind, for our people, for us, right? Why not push this kind of stuff? So I figured I'm going to start including these health tips um, based on during our episodes. So it might be centralized around sleep apnea. It might be around other sleep disorders, things that I feel that I have enough knowledge on that I can share with you. And I am a professional. Okay, so if you have any questions about mask types, if you're on CPAP, any adjustments you want to make to your comfort settings, not your pressure settings, your comfort settings, a la your ramp, your humidity, positional things you need assistance with, and any ideas on new masks that are out. I'm well versed in all that kind of stuff. So if you have any questions about what sleep apnea is, the process of getting a study, all that kind of stuff, please don't hesitate to reach out to me because I want to help you. I want to be your friend. I want to make sure that you're getting good sleep, that you're improving the quality of life, and that you enjoy your time with your family, your kids, and enjoy collecting or watch a movie, whatever the hell it is that you do. I want to better that. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me moving forward. Okay. So with that, there, I uploaded a photo of the newest model of CPAP machine because I'm just a big fan of it and I love it. So ResMed came out with the new ResMed AirSense 11. It's been out for a while now, and this machine is touchscreen. It's got full wireless modem capabilities. It's amazing, right? So if you end up getting a sleep study, you're diagnosed with sleep apnea, and the doctors recommended you get diagnosed. I mean, get set up with CPAP. Then this is the latest and greatest machine out there. So it's fan freaking tastic. Sleek, it's quiet. I mean, it's the best. And then it even comes with an app called My Air where you can download it and it tracks your sleep, how many times you stop breathing, your usage, your leakage, anything. Gives you instructional videos on all kinds of fun stuff. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. So that's part uh, of Moody's Mind's health tip of the day. Okay. Anything you'd like to add to sleep apnea? Anything you know about people you've come into contact with? Nothing. It's important, right?
It is. Take your medicine, wear your CPAP.
Take your medicine, wear your CPAP. Wear your CPAP. If you have a damn machine and you're in your bedroom and you're watching me and you look over and you see a machine that's sitting there with full of dust and shit on top of it, freaking use it, man. It ain't gonna use itself. So use it. It ain't gonna do you no good just sitting there. So get up and clean it and freaking if you need ideas on how to clean it, let me know. I can help you. Okay. So let me see here. We only get one chance at this life. Oh, look at I like this, Ryan. We only get one chance at this life. We only have one body to live in it. Keep the body healthy. You should always be number one. Amen, brother. And that's kind of the catalyst that I'm using to want to include this health tip. Sounds very preachy. People are like, I don't get on this to listen to you preach to me about shit like that. I was like, you can do what you want as a grown up, and I can put out whatever content I want because it's not really what this isn't. I'm not going to be getting billions and billions of followers. I'm doing this because if you're my friend, I care about you, and I'm going to put out some information that has relevance. If I can do a movie review, then I can give you tips on how to live a better life based on my knowledge as a professional. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like it, don't listen. No big deal. Just fast forward through this part. Okay, where it says health tip of the day, you can fast forward through this shit. Okay. All right. And I think that should do it because I really wanted to keep this episode really short. We hadn't done one in a very long time, so we're a bit rusty. But I think we covered all the bases. We did what we wanted to do, and it was impromptu. And I'm just excited that we were able to do this. And thank you for joining us. You have anything you want to say to everybody? Say goodbye.
Thank you, guys. It's been a long weekend, but too short at the same time. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. A happy Monday. I'm sorry it's Monday tomorrow, but I hope you have a wonderful day.
Absolutely. So, good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to Ryan for being with us in the chat. Aaron, Pat, it's good to see you, buddy. Like I said, our heart is with you and your family. We love you, bub. And one more thing. I always forget to do this. Every Sunday, we do that horror movie podcast. We just didn't do it this past weekend, but hopefully we get back to a normal schedule next weekend, and it'll be the three crazy maniacs you see right there. And we'll talk about a bunch of fun topics, movie reviews, collectibles, all that stuff. So tune in if you see the group page, like whatever, and then go to the channel, Patch channel, like, share, comment, subscribe, do everything. If you want to help us out, do the same. Comment, like, share, subscribe. If you don't, that is straight ass cheeks. Okay. Give us some love, man. Subscribe, share it. We're just trying to build a fun little base of people to share fun stuff with. So come on down and be a part of the Moodys Mind family. Okay. All right. We'll see y'all later. So
Toodles.
bye, baby. Bye, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye. Bye.